And so you guys
Alright.
know,
Um,
with this place, I mean, dude, it's a pretty, like I said, it's pretty close
It's
to
pretty
being a
big.
city. You can find like if you guys just have like a random ass thing you want to look for or do, just shout out because there's chances are there'll be something for it.
so
But
we are
just
still looking for Loki, right?
yeah, you got it. And
Okay.
he's gonna be over at the casino. Now this place, right next door, just to give you a little bit of a bearing, right next door to your hotel, you've got a place where there's like a sort of interconnected with a bathhouse where you could like get baths, and then there's a laundry place where they'll clean up your clothes, and then across the street is a little restaurant, and next to that's a barber shop. So it's just sort of like that kind of shit in this little strip.
All right,
Okay.
I want to make my way towards the barber shop.
What's your hair
I
like
don't.
right now?
My hair is uh I'm unkempt in the beard, and my hair looks like I've been struck by lightning like 15 times. It's a little uncouth. I'd like to go in there and try to kind of keep this close shaven, and then ask the what are they called? The hair salonists? What are
The
they called? Barbers?
barber?
Yeah, give me a break. And I want to ask them if they've heard anything, like what goes about on this here town. Plus,
Okay.
it helps change my appearance in case the cops look for me.
That's pretty smart, man. So while he's doing that, just for the
Yeah.
the way we do it sequentially, what do you want to be doing, Jesse? You going with him, or you gonna do something else?
Sorry, hold on just a second.
Is it just you and me now here, there, Caleb? Sheriff?
Yeah, yep. Oh, yeah. I did. I thought he was breaking up for a second. I'm glad he's not because,
I think he might either be taking a piss or a drink.
dude, he's hilarious because he gets like sloppy drunk, but I am not angry about it.
Man, on a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk would you say I was last time?
I would say maybe like a 6.5.
Okay, you know that respectable.
See, like, I don't know about you, but like if you're anything like me, which makes no sense because I have like a fraction of your body mass, but uh, I can drink a pretty incredible amount, and most people would not know.
Hmm.
I maintain pretty well.
Yeah, because there was a point, and you might have heard it, sometime near when we like met up with Darby and talked about all this, where I kind of fell off a cliff, and I'm just like, it was a little bit much.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I try to keep at least within the realm of being able to, especially run in the game. I don't want to. Could you imagine?
Oh my god! I mean, it'd be very interesting to try to work around a drunk you.
So sorry about that. I didn't go anywhere. I've actually been listening. Sam came down with a shot, and I was asking
Hey,
about
sweet.
coffees real quick. I thought you, I thought you guys heard me say like, hold on a second. My bad.
I did hear you say hold on a second, but then
Oh,
it
okay.
like clipped out almost like your mic was gone.
Yeah, I muted it real quick.
Oh, okay.
Glad I
Nah,
didn't
yeah,
talk shit.
slick.
All right.
But
So,
yeah, sorry about getting sloppy drunk. By the way. I did not expect that. I usually don't get that fucking drunk.
oh,
That was,
oh, you're good, dude. I already said
I
I'm not
don't know.
angry. I think it kind of added to the experience. It was hilarious.
Yeah, at the when we got to the, I think that's ultimately, let's be honest, why I threw dynamite because I was like, I forgot that there was a chick being held up. I'm like, oh, there's a dude in a room. Fuck him.
I forgot that I had stabbed that man to death.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So, look,
I think it adds to it because I think the West is full of people who drank too much whiskey and then did horrible things. So,
right, that
You know
could
what,
just be
Caleb?
that could be
You're
part of
justifying
the night. We just drink way too much.
I figured that we could just implement
Uh,
that into your characters.
oh,
it.
So,
I'd
that's
be like Alec
fucking
Baldwin if
fantastic.
he was a good actor.
Uh,
All right, so Jesse, what were you doing when I was going to the barber shop?
all right, so I'm still at the hotel.
yeah, you
I
guys
was,
basically walked up onto the hotel and then looked around the strip, and he's like, "I'm gonna go do this."
yeah. What's going on the strip? What kind of shit we got? Because I'm kind of wanting to get some information on the casino, maybe. see what the goings-ons is.
Okay,
So I
well,
want to maybe find just someone that might knows.
kind of just your basic surroundings. You can standing outside of the hotel, you can definitely hear that there's quite a few people that are inside of the restaurant just across the street. And through the windows, you can kind of see people going on. It's not like a bar or a saloon, but it is a restaurant. It seems to be a lot of people having their dinner before things wind down. That might be a good bet. There's also like the bathhouse there's you could either rent out a bath or you can hire a girl to like help bathe you. Uh,
Okay, option B, bathhouse.
all right. So, uh, walking up into the bathhouse, we'll do this. We'll do this in turn order. You walk up into the barber shop, Shane, uh, and the guy who works there. He's sort of an older white guy. He's got like a big, thick but well waxed and maintained, sort of like mustache with mutton chops.
Okay.
Well slicked back, full head of hair, even though it's gray. Um, and he's wearing some spectacles. As you walk in, all the chairs, there's like 4 chairs, and they're all empty. It's just him in there, but it seems like it's toward the end of the night. He seems to be cleaning up. But as you walk in, a little bell goes like, ding, and he kind of turns to look at you and adjusts his glasses. Says,
I'm gonna take my hat off. I'm assuming I'm wearing my cowboy hat. I'm gonna take it off and say, "Sir, I know it's the hour might be late, but I'm in desperate need of a haircut after this long ride I've had, and as you can see outside, it has been a terrible day. Could you please slot me in before you close, sir?"
why don't you
Oh,
draw 5 cards? We're gonna go with a
I'm trying to.
charms and speech.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm oozing as much charm as I can.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus, fuck.
So,
Okay,
do you remember kind of the basic mechanics?
yeah. Charm is hearts.
Yep.
Well,
So
fuck
for
me.
each heart you have, add your charms, and then if you have any like doubles, triples, flushes, anything like that, you can combine them all together. All face cards are now worth 10 to simplify math.
Okay, so wait. I'm looking to see if I have anything, but I don't really think I have much. I have a pair.
A pair of what?
Fives, but I also have a 5, 7, 8, and 9 of diamonds, which is one card away from a flush.
Oh, so close. Don't forget that we
Uh,
didn't do this once last time. You can spend luck to discard cards and redraw different cards.
Oh, and we get how many of those per day?
What's your luck score?
Neutral. It was 0. It was.
See, yeah, okay, never mind. You don't get any. What do you have? Do you have a luck
Man,
score?
I do not.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably why we didn't do it last time. So, do you have a speech bonus?
Speech? Yeah, +5 to speech with fear of God.
Okay. Well, you're not
Oh,
scaring him
that is true. But it
yet.
says INT, so intelligence. I'm assuming. Or no,
Uh,
intimidation. That's what it is.
yes. Okay. All right. Yeah. So no. Yeah. Unless you're trying to be a jerk. What did you get just with like raw speech bonus, discounting your talent, and then your cards?
Okay, so 5.
If you have any hearts, add your charms.
Oh, so it'd be a flat 10.
All right. Well, you beat his flat 9.
Oh,
He looks down at the chair he just cleaned and just kind of gives a little chuckle like, all right then, boy, come over here, sit down. And he kind of brushes the chair off and gestures to you.
I set my hat down and I sit down and say, "Oh, thank you, old timer. I've been needing this like you wouldn't believe."
Says,
How
no.
how long have you been in this place there, Barber?
Says, well, I came out this way, down to Rockwell to try to make a living off the mine before that went dry, and came up here, picked up the trade from the guy who owned the shop, bought the place for $500.
Pretty rich. Now, you're the barber of this town. I'm assuming people come see you with all kinds of gossip. You heard anything interesting lately?
Says, well, I mean, I've heard all manner of things, some willingly and some unwillingly. Anything in particular?
Oh, just newcomers coming into town. You know, maybe some bad customers might be coming soon. I'm just wondering if you heard anything
He
about any
said,
sort of people.
why don't you give me another 5 card draw? And we're going to do the same exact check again. You're just kind of trying to extract information from him.
Okay. Well,
We'll
isn't
see
much
what
out
you
of
can
this
get.
one. I got a pair of 9s, and one of them's a heart.
Okay, so add your charms once for the 1 heart if you have 1 heart.
Yep,
Okay, so that is
Right.
what total?
19.
Okay, awesome. So you seem to be loosening his tongue. You're disarming the way you're acting, and he's like, well, he says just about everybody in town's heard about the dynamite going off, and then there's talk of another murder happening the same exact day. This place is
Another murder?
says, yeah, that would be 3 dead in one day. Of course, one of them seems to have blown himself up, and one of those poor ladies with dynamite, so I'm not sure if that counts as murder or suicide or both, but the other man was stabbed straight out, cold blood.
I gotta say, any man who uses a dynamite is a coward. They should hang him from the gallows. No trial. But people have been killing each other with knives for centuries, so there's nothing wrong with that. You feel me, old timer? These new ways of killing are a bit too, impersonal for me.
Says, yeah, no, I understand. Well, for me, I mean, dynamite's use was blowing through the quarries or through the mines. Had nothing to do with how to kill a man. Seems right unpredictable.
Thank you, sir. What's your name again? I'm sorry.
Says, my name is Timothy.
Timothy, you mind if I call you Tim?
Says, sure thing, sure thing.
Tim, I'm Shane. If you have any other interesting stories you would love to tell me, I would love to hear. And I'm going to slip him $1.
He says, oh, you slip him $1?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go ahead and mark that. As you do that,
Yeah.
he says, he sort of gestures at you. He's like, oh, the haircut's only 25 cents, boy.
Oh, please, Tim, keep the change. You're a great conversationalist.
He says, well, thank you much, thank you much. And he slips that into his little front shirt pocket, and he's sort of dusting off your shoulders, and he says, now I would say also, one of the deputies came in here to get his beard trimmed up, and looks like they're, the talk is when they find whoever did that murder, I mean, they're just going to shoot him down. I don't think they're going to try to take him to the jail. Jail's full as it is.
As well they should. Do they know who did it?
He says one of the boys sitting out front, that was old Mr. Longstock. He lost his leg in the Civil War, but he hasn't been talking much. He seemed to maybe had some flashbacks or something. He ain't been doing so well.
Dynamite will do that to a man. It's very unsettling to see a man be killed like that.
He says, yeah, he's a good man, too.
Now, am I still being like shaved and is my hair getting cut, or is that like over at this point?
So he's done all that. He was brushing off your shoulders with his little, to get all the loose hairs off you and stuff, as he was telling you the last part about how they want to shoot whoever did it. They're not really interested in taking them alive because the jail's full, as is.
Well, and before I stand up, I'm gonna kind of lean back and get an eye at Tim. Tim, have you heard any news about this fella named Loki? Have you heard anything about a man by that name, perchance?
It's Loki. No,
Yes.
and we're rolling with your same rolls you've already got, just so you can ride them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you got pretty good results and stuff. But he says, "Oh, I can't say I've heard a name Loki. No, it seems like a strange thing for a man to go around calling himself."
I thought the same thing. I'm wondering. Okay, well, let me ask you this then. Instead of a man named Loki, are there any people who come in and out of this town very frequently? Usually hang out by the casino.
Says, just about anybody passing through usually makes a stop.
Fair enough, there, Tim.
Yep.
You've been a right help, and if you'll excuse me, and I'm gonna grab my hat. I'm gonna put it on. I will be going about my day. I will leave you to close up your shop, and I'm going to walk out.
He says, "It's been more than worth my while. You were very generous. You have yourself a good night and be safe," as he's snuffing the lantern as you're walking out.
You too, Tim, and I'm going to go see if I can find a Mr. Longstock.